Rivas Hernandez case. No homicide charges in the death tied to singer DV4D's car. What really happened? Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Murder Mistress, the channel where we take a deeper look into the most compelling and unsettling cases from across the nation. Today's story comes from Los Angeles, California, a city known for its glamour, fame, and dreams. But behind all the bright lights and red carpets, there are dark stories that rarely make it to the surface. Stories that reveal the fragility of life and the complexity of truth. Before we continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe to Murder Mistress. Your support helps this channel continue to bring you detailed, fact-based coverage of the cases that deserve attention. The ones that challenge the limits of law, justice, and morality. Every like, share, and subscription ensures that these stories, and the victims behind them, are never forgotten. Now, let us dive into one of Los Angeles's most recent and puzzling cases, the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a young woman whose body was discovered inside a car registered to the rising singer DV4D, known for his hit song Here With Me. When news of the discovery broke, speculation spread rapidly across social media. How did she end up there? What exactly happened to her? And why did investigators take so long to reveal details? The story began when Los Angeles police were called to a quiet neighborhood after reports of an unresponsive woman found in a vehicle. That woman was later identified as 22-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The car she was found in, a luxury vehicle, was registered to David Anthony Burke, better known by a stage name D4D. For many fans and followers, the connection between the young woman's death and the artist's vehicle immediately drew intense attention. However, the Los Angeles Police Department quickly clarified that D4D himself was not considered a suspect in Celeste's death. In fact, early reports suggested that he was not even present at the time of the incident. But as the details began to unfold, the public's curiosity grew. Law enforcement confirmed that Celeste's body was discovered under circumstances that were described as non-homicidal. Despite widespread rumors online suggesting foul play, police have stated that no homicide charges will be filed. This announcement, however, raised more questions than it answered. If Celeste's death was not a homicide, then what happened? According to early findings, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office has not released an official cause of death to the public. Toxicology reports are still pending, and those results could take weeks or even months. What has been revealed so far suggests that there were no signs of external trauma and no immediate evidence of a struggle or assault. But those closest to Celeste remain skeptical. Friends and family members have described her as vibrant, hopeful, and full of life, and they find it hard to believe that her death was accidental. One friend, in an interview with local reporters, said she was the kind of person who always told people where she was going. None of this makes sense. That confusion and frustration have only grown as the LAPD's decision not to pursue homicide charges became public. Private investigator Steve Fischer, who has been actively following and investigating the case, joined Law&Crime's Jesse Weber to discuss what the lack of charges might mean. Fischer, who has years of experience working on high-profile cases in California, explained that law enforcement's decision does not necessarily mean that all questions have been answered. Only that, at this stage, no criminal act can be proven beyond reasonable doubt. Fischer emphasized that there are still many factors that remain unclear. The fact that no charges are being filed now does not mean that this investigation is completely closed, he said. It means that based on the evidence currently available, there is not enough to sustain a criminal prosecution. According to Fischer, investigators are still reviewing digital evidence, phone records, and communications that might shed light on Celeste's final hours. He noted that cases like this often hinge on toxicology results, which can reveal whether substances were involved, whether self-administered or not, and whether anyone else played a role. As Fischer pointed out, we have seen time and again that cases that initially seem clear-cut turn out to be much more complex once forensic evidence is fully analyzed. Jesse Weber, who covered the case for Law&Crime, asked Fischer about potential civil or criminal liabilities, particularly concerning the car's ownership. Could the fact that Celeste was found in a car registered to a celebrity have legal consequences? Fischer explained that unless evidence shows the vehicle's owner played a direct role in her death, there would be no criminal liability. A registered owner is not automatically responsible for what happens inside their car, Fischer said. What matters is possession and control at the time of the incident. Still, the connection to a public figure has undeniably fueled public interest. Social media has been flooded with speculation, with some users suggesting that Celeste might have been connected to the singer personally. But neither DV4D nor his representatives have made any public statements confirming or denying a relationship. His management has only released a brief statement expressing condolences to the family and asking for privacy during what they called a deeply sensitive situation. Behind all the online noise, though, there's a real human tragedy, a young woman gone too soon, and a family left with more questions than answers. Celeste's relatives have been calling for transparency in the investigation. They have urged police to release any available footage or reports that could help clarify what happened in those final moments. In an emotional post on social media, one family member wrote, "We just want to know the truth. Celeste deserves that." What stands out most about this case is not only the mystery surrounding Celeste's death, but also the lack of information from official sources. The police have repeatedly stated that the investigation remains open but inactive, which suggests they are not actively seeking suspects, but are waiting for further evidence before making final determinations. Experts say that in cases like this, the line between accident, self-harm, and foul play can be razor thin, especially when toxicology results are involved. A trace of a substance can completely alter the narrative. Until those reports are made public, many aspects of Celeste's death will remain in shadow. Los Angeles, a city that has seen countless tragedies involving young lives and celebrity connections, now adds Celeste's name to its long list of unsolved mysteries. The public's fascination with such stories often